There were so many campaign rallies, and I know most of you noticed that this youth vibe, all political parties had this youth vibe, Jaiva and everything, and there were so many youths attending these rallies, political rallies. So the thought that we had, all of us, is, so young people are represented in these rallies. This will translate into them going out to vote. But when we observed, we noticed from the polling stations that we went to as Ekaya Vote, as NYDT, as other organizations that are in the room, I only saw a few young people, and I was checking the voters' roll. I made sure I'll check the voters' roll at every polling station. And I only saw one over 2,000. And when I got 98 and 99, it was just, I don't know if I can count, maybe I figure 10 or so from the 8 polling stations. So that on its own shows us what will a problem. They're the largest population, but they're not represented in these governance issues that are meant to affect them, impact on their lives, either negatively or positively, but they're missing in that action. Some said some did not register to vote, some came and they were turned away because they thought they had registered in the previous blitz, meaning they'll register to vote, they'll vote in this by-election, but they were not. I remember we went to another polling station, I think it was Mnyoro. Not Mnyoros, Mkomban. And they were saying 37 people had been redirected. So, yeah, it shows I think there was lack of awareness on this, about this E26 March by-election. Most people were not aware of what is going on. Some people thought they were supposed to vote when there were different wards that were not even having contesting or elections. So it was really confusing. And the other thing is young people are trendy, So I think we've been going to wrong places trying to talk to them. They're trendsetters, they go to these pubs and everything. I'll give you a scenario. Someone was in the room, we were together here. We went for lunch as observers. We tried to get a quick snack at That's where the young people were. They were not at the polling stations. A group of young people drinking and having fun, they were there. Perhaps moving forward, we should be going to those places. That's where a huge number of young people, it was just to feel possible. They're only telling voter registration, but they're having their time of their lives. You can't disturb them. But that's where they were. Some we were at Nkulumane Bullet, that Tentego Bullet, and some Babekito Gomez's child. There was a pub there, so we noticed they were not interested. They were just not. They were divorced from the whole process. And what we're saying is the way forward. These are just suggestions. We should embrace the 4th industrial revolution and have online self-registration facilities. Youths are always on the internet. You can't be spending a day or an hour on Milewikyu. That's not their thing. But if you put it on the phone or on WhatsApp or somewhere online, where you just click a button, it takes you 2 minutes, I guarantee you they will register to vote. And perhaps if there was that voting type of thing, which you can vote online, they would definitely vote. They'll get out and vote. And when we're going about our business as civil society and citizens, ZEC and the government, I think we should have this multi-sectorial approach when we're dealing with young people. I can't go to student. It does not relate to his needs or her needs. I can't go to a culture park near Kulumangendaba as affect to youth or say hillside. They have different issues. I can't go to a hairdresser near Kuluma market. So we have to package the information depending on who are we going to talk to. We package it in that manner. I think we'll make headway if we do it that way. And as well as when you're going to them, you can't say, oh, go and register to vote. Go and register to vote. They'll tell you, I assist you. maybe what we can do is also trying to link these civil and political rights to livelihoods, to socio-economic rights. Okay, so if we're going to do this, if you're going to register to vote, this means, I mean, we should belabor that point. Yes, we've been saying it. This means you're going to get more funds in your constituency. You'll be represented. You have more constituencies. I mean, maybe that's the narrative that we should put across and say, it'll benefit you economically. Funds will come into your constituency. You'll develop your constituency. You'll develop your community, as well as have people your age that will represent you at a House of Assembly or even the higher office. It's possible, you know. Yeah. So what we're seeing on the ground, in a nutshell, the rallies, they were so youthful, hyped, get to dance hall and doing everything, but it did not translate to what was happening to ballot box, to my polling stations, and yeah. So maybe it's something we can discuss in this room, ways to try and lure these young people, because honestly, from our organization and the other organizations that we were working with, we noticed that really they were not there. They did not participate. There were very few young people who participated. In fact, those who participated were CSO ambassadors or CSO workers, young people who in the CSOs, but the ordinary young person was they didn't know, lack of awareness, they didn't know what was going on. 2, they do not even know their constitutional rights. But the Chapter 4 Bill of Rights states these are your rights. You know, you have the right to vote, you have the right to water, you have the right to education, you have the right to health, you have the right to everything. But they do not know that. We always assume they do, but they do not know that. Additionally, as I sum up, it's package the information in a youth-friendly manner, in a manner that speaks to youths. Take influencers, talk to people that talk to them. If I'm going to go to Gold, I shouldn't be the one going there or my team at NYDT going there to talk to them. Find someone who's there, groom them, find out the language abayifunayo ukuthi ehambe convince abanye bakhe ukuthi guys, this is it.